Hey guys, it's Beginnings here. Hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your week so far. I know it's been a while since I last put out a video. Life's been pretty stressful and busy lately, but I'm finally back with a video and I decided I would do something different from my other videos. I'm going to be, as you can see, a zip video, the new support slash troll hero, but this is going to be more of a first impressions thing. This is from like my first real game with Zip. I'd kind of messed around with him in Hero Trial before. I got a feel for his abilities, but you can see from the gameplay, definitely mess up a few things. Not really used to his abilities or really what his limits are. But regardless of that, we still have a pretty good game. I wait to start an ability because if you're not invading, then starting your first ability is definitely a lot stronger. You can see I do mess up my good suck on the red buff because I guess it's out of range even though it was within it. But I know that since we have a Tulin that we can do the small camp, Raz really isn't going to be able to do much, especially with my absurd shielding that I get for my second ability. People like always talk about how OP Zip is because he can pull a buff, but I think he's actually OP because of his shielding ability in teamfights. You can see I popped sprint a little bit late there. I actually didn't even realize that you could pop your little summoner spells while you have something swallowed or in your mouth. I don't know how to describe it. I feel like this video is actually just going to be full of a lot of really awkward phrases. I apologize in advance for that. But again, we see Nakaroth just kind of walk by, so we're going to make sure that he definitely doesn't get it. Going to go ahead and throw our little spitball down and stun up this Baldum. We're going to beat on him a few times. Tulin's going to go ahead and dash over and secure that kill for us. I throw out my stun because I suspect somebody's in the bush. There's two of them here, and one of them's definitely going to be on his way, so I don't want to really mess around with this red buff. It's kind of a fight that we don't necessarily want to take. As you can see, nobody has their ults right now, and we try to burst down this red buff with the three of us, but we don't actually succeed. It got really close. If Zane had punished, I think we would have been able to, but it's okay. Nakaroth does end up securing this red buff, and I do miss my stun, so he does die, unfortunately, or he does not die, unfortunately. Baldum gets away as well. That was definitely on me, like I mentioned before. It's like my first real game on this hero. I've only hit bots before, so we'll get the hang of it. In fact, I've played a few more games of this hero after this game specifically, and it didn't go terribly at all. We see his blue buff does fall, so we're not going to be able to take that. I am just going to harass the Slims a little bit because I do see that Violet is trying to take that bot tower. Tulin does show up here, but he goes a little bit deep. I go in and I give him a little shield, but the Nakaroth comes out of nowhere and murders Tulin, and my little swallow was on a cooldown, so I was not able to save him. I hit 4 off of just ambient XP, so I'm just going to go ahead and ult out there. Definitely overstaying here. I should have recalled. Like, as soon as I saw Tulin die, I should have just recalled. I don't know why I'm here again. I guess, like I mentioned before, testing my limits. I eat up the entire wave here, thinking that it would heal me for a lot more than it actually did, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. It's whatever. Nakaroth thinks he's going to kill us, but our enchantment says otherwise. Me to make a video on enchantments, like what enchantments I run for what support, and just an overall video like that. It would definitely take a few days to put together since I'd need clips for all of the heroes that will be in the video, but it's something I can do. You can see I'm debating casting my ult just to get on the other side of the map faster, but I do decide against it. It seemed a little too troll even for a first time, you know. I cast my ult thinking I could hit the Baldum or the Raz, but they both back off and I cancel it, so I can just go ahead and steal the blue buff. I throw out my little stun there, and that's when I realized that you can hit a wave and you can still stun people. This is another big mess up. I could have just auto attacked this dude and killed him, but instead I cast my second ability because I didn't realize that you can't damage enemy heroes with it. You can only damage monsters and shield allies. But you live and you learn. It's okay. There's a first time for everything. We're 0-0-2 right now. I mean, there's only 5 kills on our team though, so it really isn't the worst. I'm looking to ult in here, and I just decide, you know what, let's go for it. And really nothing happens. Thankfully, Tulin does get eaten up here by the Baldom ult, so I will be able to make it down in time to save him. And I go ahead and throw my stun backwards, and I manage to hit 2 of them. They both fall, and I start to chase these guys a little bit. I managed to tag them with my stun, and since we do have a wave here, we will be able to push this tower. Unfortunately, Slims was just a little bit out of range, and Butterfly was out of range there as well for the shield. Just gonna do our best to try to create a little bit of space. I tried to block that spear there for our Violet, but unfortunately she was a little bit too far. I cast my ult thinking that potentially the Nakaroth was going to try to follow up, and I was correct. We are going to be able to push down this second tower. Feels good, man. Baldom makes quite a mistake and thinks he's going to do something, but nothing really comes of it. It's fine. Now is a really good time to push in our side lanes. They have 2 dead. We can clear their entire jungle. Our jungler can go back to his jungle. We can take any objectives that are on the map, like Dragon or the Seagull or whatever. I cast my ult, again, experimenting. I thought I was going to bounce off of the little pillar that I passed by there, but yeah, I didn't. So I end up in a pretty awkward situation, and Tulin does end up dying here too to the Nakaroth. He definitely needed our help. I'm sorry, Tulin. I wish I could have been there for you. We're just going to go ahead and spam our second ability in the middle of this fight just to make sure that we are shielding our allies as much as possible. It's such a broken mechanic. The fact that you can shield someone so much, so frequently, like, the AOV devs definitely should have thought twice before doing that. I tried to throw my little stun out onto the wave to potentially hit the Slims or the Baldom, but unfortunately neither of them get hit. I stun up the key a little bit there, and I see Butterfly goes in, and she's getting chunked out quite a bit. I go ahead and suck her up real quick, cast my ultimate with her inside me. We manage to take out the Baldom, giving the Butterfly the resets. We stun the Raz, making sure she stays alive long enough to kill the Slims, and that is a quick little ace, and the game will end here in just a second after I go ahead and eat up all my teammates and try to dive into the base. Unfortunately, everybody immediately gets out, and I do die before the game ends, but it's okay. There's a plane flying by, so I'm just going to end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked watching it as much as I did making it. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the content, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.